All right. Hello, Bingo-thon, and welcome to Game 3 of PK versus Deathline. I am joined here today with
Mojungo. Hello.
Ojogo, and I am Dex. And yeah, we're going to be playing some Invasion today.
Yeah,
I think,
so game three, that means PK won a game and Deathline won a game. So pretty even series so far based off that, I would say.
yeah. Uh, Deathline won the first match, which was PK's pick of draft, and then PK won the second game, which is Deathline's pick of row control. And now we're here in Invasion.
Yes, and I guess is this Deathline's pick?
Yes, it was or no, it was PK's pick because
Oh,
PK had
PK's
the
pick.
higher seed.
Yeah. Uh Interesting pick. I think that's a good pick for PK. I think PK, he's able to route pretty well, and I think that really favors an invasion being able to route well, more so than speed bullying, which I guess Deathline and PK they're not too different in speeds, but
Yeah, I mean, Deathline is pretty fast. They have
yeah,
speed in kind of different places. Like PK's really good at hundreds. Deathline's good at any percent type stuff.
yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, Deathline's like kind of faster if you just consider 90%, but when it comes to bingo, PK has the sauce.
Yeah, he's got the sauce. Not to say that Deathline is slow in bingo
No,
things.
no, not at all. Deathline, frequent scrimmer, loves playing bingo, loves streaming scrim matches. So follow Deathline if you want to watch a lot of scrims.
Yeah, PK
But
on the other hand is terribly slow in any percent keepo.
yes, uh, but he knows that, and he knows how to play around that. He knows how to play. Obviously, he won one game, so you know his speed's not that big of a disadvantage.
Mhm. Yeah, and people do say that Invasion is a speed bully category. That's
I don't
the
think
case
so. I don't agree with
sometimes,
that.
but yeah, unless we get dealt an insanely terrible card, that's usually not the case.
Yeah, I think Invasion's more about being able to see, you know, how to break through rows and how to block off your opponent in more of a chess match kind of way, more than a speed bully format. I'd say really only 10, maybe 15% of cards are speed bully. If I just had to pull a number out of thin air.
Yeah, but starting off, I think row five's looking pretty sweet. Is there anything in particular you're liking here yet?
Yeah, row five, definitely pretty easy to get with. Well, not easy to get, but you can at least have a chance at getting it with 18 lives in the corner there. Um, and
Yeah.
then I'm just, I guess you could do 18 lives into 15 M graffitis maybe to secure row five. I don't know how that.
Ooh.
I mean, I guess the only thing you really lose to in column five would be what? You don't really lose to anything with that, do you? Maybe 23 eco blues,
No,
maybe.
no,
I
you
don't
don't
even
lose
know.
to that.
Well, you could lose to that if you rush 23 eco blues, right?
Uh, yeah, maybe.
But do you even
Yeah.
want column five though? That's the other question.
No, you do not want column 5 at all.
Because
It's pretty poopy, as Tomato might say.
is it though?
Column
Because
5?
you might have a rough start. You might be able to only get 23 eco blues, but butterfly, two hiddens, one level, one Pianta hidden shine. That's not that bad. You can kind of combo those together very well with some deep Pianta play. Not that deep Pianta is
Oh,
that good.
true.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's that bad. It's just not good because I think the other side of the card is still better in column one.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
four bosses is good, 18 lives is good, 45 totals is good. Um, Even seven pin of beach blues, four fruit ladies is not that bad. So
Yeah. So maybe they won't be going for column 5, probably.
yeah, no, that I think 18 lives is the start here. I don't know who that favors. My gut says PK. I feel like he'd be cheesy with the Delfino life grind,
Yeah, he could be.
but
Um,
I don't know. Delfino life grind's one of those things where it's like you either kind of decent at it or you're not, and it's kind of a coin flip of who is comfortable with that and who's not. You know?
True. And so I guess you probably, yeah, as you said, they probably won't go for anything besides 18 lives. There isn't a lot of great things to set up for aside from that, I guess. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know what else you would do. I guess you could start in Bianco, just
Yeah,
opening that up.
Bianco's not that bad. You got 15 Bianco blues. You can work towards uniques and 4 bosses in row 2. There's 6 red coins, which Bianco gives you some good stuff for.
Hmm.
You got 7 and 5 linked pairs, which are not bad goals at all. Um, I think the hardest part will be clicking 5 linked pairs if you're in row 1. Just having access to that and basically winning to Pinna.
Yeah, and row 3, if this does become a Rose game, there's some decent pinna value in the middle. There's Pinna Shadow Mario, there's 1 Butterfly, and there's 5 Links. So
Yeah,
pinna will be important, probably.
if you're looking at 200s as well or hundreds in a secret, you can do that in Pinna. Not that
Cool.
that's very deep in Pinna. And then there is that one episode 8 shine in row 2 as well. Not really a ton of places where you'd maybe want to do an episode 8 shine. So Pinna 8 could be a good shout for that.
Yeah, I think it would be the best, unless someone does the insane Pianta column 5 play,
I think
which
the
could
only
work.
really other option to do it would be Enrico, with Butterfly and maybe even not.
Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
know. I'm like
Depends
seeing
how
Rico.
spicy they're feeling, how hard they want to throw. Because both of them seem like they were gonna throw this match. They want
Yeah,
to throw hard today.
I guess I'm just seeing that because I see 6 red coins somewhere in row 1. I see Butterfly, and you got to get Butterfly somewhere. And Pianta's really not looking that strong.
Yeah,
Like someone's probably gonna have to do Pianta, but for Pianta hidden, maybe not. But if you do Pianta hidden, you're not gonna be happy about it.
probably not. No. And another thing to note, Rico 3 Hoverless and 23 Rico Blues are kind of on opposite ends of the card. They aren't like the furthest possibly away, but that goal might get split if whoever goes for it wants it. You know?
Yeah, yeah, super interesting card from that point. Other thing to consider for Rose game would be 15 Bianco Blues and 23 Rico Blues in row 1 and 2. Um, so 2 really early level specific Blues goals on that side of the board.
Yeah, that'd be
That
38 Blues.
But then you have 65 totals in the center and 45 totals in row 4. So those are all on the other side of the board, along with 15 M's, which is a good early Blues goal. So both players kind of incentivized for Blues. No player is like, okay, this side is the Blues guy, this guy is not the Blues guy. And furthermore, you can use Blues to get to Pinna, which I think row 1 really should utilize if they ends up being a Rose game.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so now that we talked about it being a Rose game, we're gonna end up watching a Columns game
Yep. And
because that's how it works.
the columns and the players are not gonna be they're gonna be mismatched. Like if
Oh, of
Deathline's on the left,
course,
he'll
of
get column
course,
5.
of course. Yeah, we'll have. Yeah, well, PK will definitely be column 5,
Yep.
and oh, and
PK's
here's the
going
life
for those
grind.
lives.
Yeah, not surprised by that. PK always going for the chaos. Like, let's just go get lives as soon as possible. That's some
Yeah.
chaos right there.
I'm a little surprised Deathline isn't going for lives yet, but maybe he's just waiting for Bianca 1. Doesn't want to mess with the Delfino sewers. Or maybe even doesn't want lives. But who knows?
A valid play could just be setting up and going for 15 Bianco Blues. I wouldn't hate that. And, even if you get stuck on the other side of the board, like for some reason 15 Bianco Blues is the first click, you could while getting Bianco Blues, you're getting M's, so you're working towards 15 M's, and then
Ooh.
you could, take it a little slower, maybe get Rico 3 hoverless and work towards level shines as well, so that way you don't lose that goal. And you can ignore 18 lives for a little bit. So, Bianco Blues could be a safer way to set up here.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I was just thinking about kind of unrelated, but if someone did want to take 18 lives and then try to force a column play, I don't think it's really possible, because if you do click Rico 3, which is like the only reasonable goal, I guess, in column 2 to get, and that could also just be row. That could make a Rose game. So
Yeah,
there's
that's
not
true.
a lot of easy ways to force a column game if you're PK and getting lives here, I guess. Yeah.
PK looking like he's going to enter Bianco, grind some lives there, perhaps. Deathline is trying to get to Rico, it looks like. Already got Underbell and currently going for Chuckster, although not looking to use the Chuckster.
Yeah, he's getting K-Kona clip. Woo.
PK needs 11 more lives, a couple Delfino life grind cycles after resetting the plaza, helping him get some extra lives there.
Yeah, and I think Deathline right now is, like you said, if you just start Bianco, then you get some blues and you get some M's. I think he might just be making the same call except for Rico, maybe even going for hoverless. But then again, if you wanted that row badly, then you could just do lives.
And the great thing is, while waiting for these guys to spawn, like you're seeing what PK's doing, he's grabbing M's here. So, really making
Ooh.
use of
Ooh.
what is considered a slow life grind to go for 2 goals at the same time.
Big brain. Yep. Let's see. PK now at 13 lives, so he'll need 3 more cycles of stews.
So, do you think Deathline's going to go for levels here, or do you think Deathline's going to go for 23 and 1?
Ooh. If I were Deathline, well, first of all, I would be going for lives. But second of all, I would probably be getting M's. The first thing that I saw at the very beginning was just to rush Rico 3 hoverless before I noticed lives was there. So maybe he just wants that. Oh, he is getting some M's though. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this.
He did not get the 2 M's by the boathouse, though, so maybe he's going for getting 23 and 2, maybe doesn't want to do infinites and just wants to get those M's in both water blues and 2 to get 23 that way, maybe? Or not. Not really looking like he cares about a lot of blues here. Just the fast
I think
ones.
the 23 and through episode 3 route has you get those M's in episode 2, because there's not like a Pianta there to like get in the way. But PK clicks 18 lives and secures either column 1 or row 5.
Importantly enough, he also has an extra life, so 1 death won't really cause him to unclick.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Which I really want to see, and I think if PK did it, he'd be laughing about it, where it's a corner click and like something happens and then you're able to unestablish rows and columns or somehow because of that. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be jank.
I don't know. Romato's probably thought of some way to make that situation not happen, which is whatever, but it would be fun to see if it could happen.
I would be sitting in commentary not knowing what to do, just be like, well, that happened. Yeah. It would be chaotic though, which, yes, PK is a fan of. And now PK is going for links and M graffitis, which both are good because PK can get, assuming it does become a Rose game. And yeah, that would take a lot out of what Deathline's doing, even though PK doesn't know what Deathline's doing.
No, I'm actually curious to see what Deathline does here. I guess maybe he's trying to do 23 Rico blues in 3. Just have a lot more easier blues and work towards levels. Because I guess if you're eyeing a columns game, you want to be able to maybe secure 12 levels in column 3. It's a very, reasonable goal to be looking for. Also, shout out to Deathline, proud member of Blooper Gang.
Let's go.
I'm also a member of Blooper Gang, so I gotta shout him out.
But yeah, so I think pretty much the goal that Deathline will want in his row 1 would be 15 Bianca Blues, unless he does want to make this a column game,
Yeah.
which would be silly. But okay.
So if PK really wants to make it a Rose game, though, he's got to rush 15 just about. That's going to involve all 3 Delfino M's at this point, including a Delfino Shine, and then a Rico Unlock, and then all 9 Rico M's, which it's not the fastest, but we get it done.
Yep. And he's getting those M's.
Did Deathline get any M's in Delfino or blues in Delfino?
Let me think.
Oh, I guess we're going to Pianta.
Okay. Right
Well,
on. It is M's, it's fast levels. Yeah. And it's a linked, so that's always good.
so Deathline's in episode 3 right now. Important thing to consider: he's hovered,
That
so
is important to consider.
so he cannot finish Rico 3 hoverless right now. He'd have to re-enter the level.
Yeah, maybe he just has given up on that goal. Probably doesn't think, like, no matter if he gets rows or columns, that it'll be like 4 clicks away. So
I think right now Deathline just wants to get 23, and getting all these blues hoverless is kind of Monka-esque.
yeah, you would have to get the rocket. Yeah, it'd just be a lot slower.
Especially in Invasion, when you're trying to get your first click, you gotta just get that thing.
Yep.
But it's looking like PK is leaving 15 M's alone for now. This should be a fairly safe click for Deathline, though Deathline does not know that. So yeah, columns game, just like we all predicted.
Yes, of course. But yeah. I was thinking maybe PK wants to get 45 totals before 15 M graffitis, because like if it was a Rose game, then Deathline would expect to have 15 M's gone and might be going for 45 total, but Deathline's still getting all these Rico M's, so it'll just end up being the same. I don't know. I don't know what's happening in their brains right now. It is beyond me.
Yeah, it's not been the start we expected, that's for sure. When Deathline running into that side of a sign in a head-on collision, trying to finish up these blues. PK, meanwhile, grabbing the Pianta 1 shine.
Mm-hmm. Gets the sillily fast blue linked. Sillily. I don't know. And yeah,
Okay,
PK
PK.
continuing on his blues adventure, or M Graffiti blues adventure.
Yeah, it's gonna be too little, too late on M's. Because Deathline's gonna have 9 M's, and then
Yeah, I
you
think he
know,
has 23 in Rico now. Yep,
and
and he
there's the
wants
click.
Columns game.
At
Woo!
least it's not the cursed columns game. We got the colors on the right side.
That is true. Good to see it. And before the restreamer switches it.
Oh, that would be such a troll. I would actually respect that, but I think that's a little too much work.
But yeah, so what do you think PK expected a Columns game at all?
Um, you can't not expect it with how on into 15 M's you were,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he kind of well he's about to get him now, but you know, he did just not go for them for a long time.
So I would assume PK was not surprised that 23 was clicked before 15 M's.
Did you think or I just didn't think Deathline would want Column 5 at all, and so that might also factor into decision making on
Yeah,
PK's part.
I'm also surprised by that.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that
I'm also surprised.
even if we didn't really like Column 5, if PK doesn't expect it, then he's less set up for, you know, what he needs. It's like a shocker.
Like maybe it's just like the school of thought of how do you counter chaos with more chaos, right?
True. Yeah. So it looks like Deathline's going to be wanting 4 unique bosses, or yeah, 15 M graffitis as his next clicks in column 4. And after that, who knows? There's a lot of stuff that either of them could get, like
Yeah,
15 Bianco Blues.
you
And
know, column 3 is just a kind of a very boring column now in terms of like contesting stuff because they're all like 4 of the goals I would say are pretty like whatever. 15 Bianco Blues, 7 links, 5 links, 12 level shines, and 18 Serena is just kind of out of place on this card.
it really is. There's nothing in Serena.
I
Except
guess like
for unique bosses, but that's still 3 whole Serena Shines difference after that.
you could do it for like secrets and uniques, but you might want to go back there to finish up secrets until after you get Yoshi, just because it's just kind of garbo.
Yeah, pretty stinky. And yep, that's 15 M graffitis for Deathline. Yeah, I think PK had about 15 there, but can't click it. It's Invasion. The classic story.
And Deathline's getting mighty close to 45 totals and being able to click that. Getting 15 Bianco Blues or 5 links would allow him to cross over column 3. Probably Bianco Blues if you're doing PD, you'll have access to that. And then just going back and doing Rico 3 hoverless gives you some good access there to 45 totals. So PK is
Ooh,
not in a bad position to protect it though.
yeah. And I think 4 bosses and 7 Pinna Beach Blues or Fruit Ladies are still going to be clicks that PK will get eventually, but he doesn't need to worry. Like, you know, 45 totals, he has other stuff in his base that he can click. But it would still be nice if he could get that, is basically what I was trying to say.
A mostly synced up entry there by the players. Always satisfying to see.
Go, go.
Do you think Deathline's gonna go for blues here? Like Bianco blues
Uh,
15?
yeah, I bet he does. I don't know why else he would still be in Bianco. I guess there's a secret, but
Is this spicy pizza route? Did Deathline get the windmill?
I don't believe so. Because didn't he get the M's? Or
Oh yeah, he rushed the M's. Which is a good call, I would say.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, PK right now is going toward Rico 3 hoverless, I believe, which will get him a goal in column 2, and it will make her for Deathline to get through column 2, as
Man.
the rest of the goals in column 2 are not exactly friendly.
Yeah, I'm just starting to notice how bad column 2 is.
Like, if you get 100 coins shine in a secret, then you have, half of the next goal up, 200 coins. But if you're in column 5 and you're trying to get through column 2 to get a goal in column 1, you're probably not going to get both of those 100 coin goals. So
No.
that's going to be rough to get into column 1 if PK does indeed get Rico 3 hoverless right now. Oh, are we going to see a Rico 3 hoverless race? PK's got a lead, but
Yeah, Rico 3 hoverless. You can get bonked by that wind spirit. You can fall down. By no means a gimme. Oh, that was scary. Force a
missing the
blooper
first
off.
cycle
Thank you.
could be important. Although PK is going for pretty safe strats, so
Oh, we're good.
okay, he's on the candy cane. Yeah, and also if there's any delays, those would be huge.
I don't think either player delays this. You want to get
No.
that click in column 2, considering how bad it is.
Oh,
Oh my
yay!
goodness!
Oh, Deathline missed the cycle too. Oh my gosh. So Deathline's winning right now, and I would not say that mistake PK just made is a common mistake.
No.
So, yeah, Deathline should have this.
All right, Deathline.
Gets across.
Can you take it home?
Spin jumps over. Gets the rocket.
Oh, it's over.
Yep.
This goal is Deathline's.
Rico 3 hoverless turns red. PK is probably not happy about that one.
No, he's not happy at all. Yeah, this match is some sad business now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if PK tries to take all the column 1 goals, or if he's just gonna say, he can take one of them. I need to focus on getting through column 2.
I think if you're PK, your play's got to be 45 totals, along with getting to Pinna to do 7 Pinna Beach Blues with Pinna 200s in a secret.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like,
Also, where's
that just
Cookie going?
that just sounded like a crazy idea, but I think that's like the best play you can do because you got to protect 45 totals, and actually, I guess you can let 45 totals go. Well, you have.
Yep,
Oh, Deathline's
he
already at
has to let it
45?
go now.
Oh man, I did not realize that. Yeah, so I guess 45 totals. You don't care about that anymore if you're PK since it's clicked.
Yep. And if you're Deathline, you've got some work to do to get a click in column 5. There's nothing he can do until he gets another click in column 5.
I don't think you really care if you're Deathline because you got across column 2 already. I say you just play defense and try and defend over what PK can do getting back across column 2.
Yeah, definitely. Because that Rico 3 hoverless click was that might decide the match.
Yeah,
Well,
I
like
think I might have
obviously
to agree.
PK, there's like hundreds of ways PK can still win this, but it's made it a lot more difficult.
Hundreds of ways. You mean 200 coin shines of ways.
Yeah.
That was a terrible joke. All right, deathline, back in Rico.
Ooh, going for 2 hidden, 1 level in Rico.
Not bad just to get the next click in your base, because it's not the easiest to get Pianta hidden, butterfly, or 13 shines from Delphino with blue trades right now.
Also, Rico, pretty quick shines, I must say. And PK is going to have to be doing some pretty slow shines.
Yeah, even column 4, Deathline's a little bit of a ways away from clicking anything. Either 5 secrets or unique bosses. Deathline's got, what, 2 unique bosses and 0 secrets?
Yeah. Well, he has a lot of secrets available, but yeah, they don't have any.
Oh, 65 totals. That's a good one. I don't know if you've noticed, but I do not know how many blues totals everyone has.
Deathline's got 45,
Oh, there we
as
go.
seen on screen right now. But yeah,
20
PK
blues
has
away.
just about 30, maybe a little over. Yeah, that'll be up in the air if PK can get to it, and if Deathline doesn't click it. Yeah, PK going to Manta, going to Serena.
The Manta doesn't make too much sense. You gotta get to Pinna if you're PK just to get clicks in column 2 so you can get across the other side of the board and actually play some attack here.
Yeah, this is true. But this is set up for 4 bosses, I believe, right? And
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about 4 bosses right now, you know? Deathline's not gonna be clicking that for a while.
true, yeah. But I feel like if Deathline does get to column 3 and gets 1 more click, if PK can get either the rest of 12 levels, 5 linked or 7 linked, that would be pretty alright for PK. You know?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm just trying to see what PK can click right now to actually, I don't know, get himself back into it. As of right now, he's down 1 to 5. And he's got to outclick Deathline at a pretty large margin here, and I'm trying to see it. Let's see.
Yeah, it's about to be 1 to 6.
Yeah. Like, let's say we give him his row, PK, right? We'll give him his row, so that's 4 right there. We'll give him the hundreds. Not that he's shown... okay, I guess you want these for 18 Serena. Man. You know
Looking
what?
at win cons when you only have 1 goal.
Good luck, PK. I'm just gonna let the match play out.
Okay. Yeah, let's look at this nice Rico 4 hidden. Yeah, he's Deathline's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Nothing,
actually
no big
looking
mistakes.
good.
Yeah. Lots of spin jumps and hovering, which, you know, that's how you get to this level without
True.
dying.
Well, unless you're doing it hoverless.
True. Then you could spin jump and rocket, or just not. You could just spin jump, I guess.
spin jump, side flip, ground pound.
Yeah. But Deathline doesn't have to click this yet. It would be a pretty big shock if PK had this goal and didn't have Rico 3 hoverless and could get a goal in column 2, 3, and 4.
All right, we're seeing hundreds in a secret here by PK. And Bianco, I think this is 3.
Yep.
PK's still going after these blues, so he does not want to give up on those yet.
Deathline, Honey Skip looks good.
Yeah, that's all you. I don't know Honey Skip, so I can't make that decision on whether it looks good. Although it worked, so I guess it was good. Great analysis there, Dex.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't know how to get Honey Skip, but if I see a good one, I know it. And Deathline is in Pinna now. You can just pretty much go through Pinna and get the late value out of it. There's nothing really he wants now. Gonna want Yoshi, Butterfly. Yeah. How many level shines are we at for each player? Because it's looking like Deathline will be ahead to 12.
Deathline's got 6 in Rico and 1 in Bianco. And is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then
And
PK's
meanwhile, 3 in Rico,
1 in Pianta.
1 in Pianta.
And
How many in Bianco?
1?
Didn't he go? Oh yeah, because he exited area in Bianco through the first time. Because he went straight to Rico. Or no, wait, was that Deathline? Deathline
No,
exited area.
Deathline
in
exited.
Bianco. Yeah. But yeah. It looks like Deathline will be able to click whatever he wants when he gets to column 3.
So yeah, that's a good thing if you're Deathline. PK in the secret with 99 coins. Can he not die?
That's the question.
He's forced to grab the first coin because he's messed up the beginning fast movement.
Ooh, makes it over the cubes. Or the orange cubes. There's a lot of cubes in this level. Does not
And he
fall.
has the shine.
Nice. PK now has 2 goals. We're good at counting here in the bingo community.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. And yeah. If we look at Deathline's screen, he is currently at 60 blue coins. So he should be able to wrap up 65 in the park here. And get another click in column 3. Do you have any thoughts on what he might click?
It's probably gonna be 5 links. Because I think it's the only one he'll be able to click in column 3.
Yeah, that's true. He only has... I think if he gets all of them in the park, then he'll have 6.
Yeah, and PK could get 7 in Pinna, so if PK wants to, he could clean up the other linked skull in column 3. I think that's something you go for and hold on to for a little bit.
Yep. Then Deathline decides to click 5 linked blue coin pairs. Yeah.
A click that makes a lot of sense if you're Deathline. Deathline needs 5 more goals to win.
He only needs 5 more goals. What? All right. What are they, Mojungo? Do you have the win con
Uh,
already up? I think he'll want 1 butterfly, Ride Yoshi, and 2 worlds, which he is ahead to both of right now.
and with level shines.
Yep.
Because I think he's ahead to level shines as well.
And then he could probably just do 1 episode 8 shine and pin a Shadow Mario.
Or even 13 Delfinos, right? You got a huge amount of blues, and you got a couple Delfinos already from your Rico Rush.
Ooh.
So getting 5 more blues just means you need 3 Delfino shines. Right? No. 4 Delfino shines. Yeah, 4 Delfino shines.
Oh yeah, that's kind of crazy. Yeah.
So, yeah, 13 Delfino shines looking pretty good there. Could even go for red coin shines with Delfinos if you're feeling a little spicy if you're Deathline.
Yeah, he has options.
Because he has the 1 red coin in Rico 4. If you're going for Yoshi, you'll get another one in Pinna 3. Butterfly, you could go deeper in Rico. Rico 6, that's another blue or a red coin shine. And yeah, red coin shines.
This is Deathline has to find the lose con.
I think the lose con is going for Serena episode 8.
He might still be that might still make it even.
Maybe. Because I was gonna say Gelato episode 8, but there's too many red coin shines on the way there, so I couldn't quite say that one.
Yeah, pretty much. Could get Ride Yoshi and Gelato.
True.
That would be something. There aren't any butterflies though.
You know, bees are kind of just like the cousins of butterflies if you think about it.
Yeah, they like I guess.
If you got to think really hard though.
Gotta or think less maybe.
Yeah, that might be it. It might be thinking less.
They're both small insects though that have wings and like flowers. So yeah, they could be friends. I don't know about cousins.
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, Deathline in Pinna 3. PK looking for a rocket to regrab, trying to destroy Mecha Bowser. I think he needs one more hit there.
Yep. This isn't the greatest mecha from PK, but I
Yeah.
don't think we've seen the greatest gameplay from PK today. Sometimes you just don't get good gameplay from PK. And
The
you
life
just
grind was pretty good.
have to understand. It was pretty good.
Give him some credit somewhere.
And he's got some goals clicked now.
And now
He
he can
went
click
from-
something in column 5.
True.
Is he
He
able to click
can.
something in column 5 though? That's the better question. And that answer is a hard no.
No. Probably not.
He's-
They're both. He's ahead to 1 Pianta hidden.
Yeah, I was about to say that he is ahead to 1 Pianta hidden. So all y'all saying that the Pianta shine was wasteful, who's laughing now?
Hey, he will need it if he wants to win. I'm
Yeah,
fairly certain.
he actually will need it.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. How long does Pianta 2, 3, 4 take? Is that faster than Rico 5, 6, 7? I'm gonna say Rico's faster, but it's not the. It's
5
not
and 7 are
crazy.
really fast.
Yeah, that's true. And 6 is definitely not slow.
Well, 6 is at least a red coin shine. So like you're not doing it for nothing.
And yeah, Deathline is two Pinna, two Pinna shines ahead also. So yeah, that that I think makes Deathline win to Butterfly by a little bit.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
Yeah, there's all the purple bills PK was waiting for.
I hate spraying these blues. Like, compared to the ones in Gelato in the sand, they're so unsatisfying to spray. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't.
No, I know what you mean.
Like
They take forever to
these
spray.
annoy me. The ones in Gelato, I'm like, oh, these are kind of cool to spray. It's satisfying.
Yeah, but they're the ones in this beach just take forever. You can't spam spray them without being precise and a gamer, which I am not. And yeah, Deathline? Oh, Deathline just opening Serena, not actually going there.
Not trying to ride Yoshi in 2 worlds. I guess you can't click that. So
Not yet. He will need Butterfly, which, you know, guess what you
I,
need to do to ride Butterfly?
I guess this is optimal if you're trying to get both Yoshi in 2 worlds and Butterfly.
Yeah.
So this is a pretty good decision here.
Mm-hmm. He's gaming.
Pretty good Rico 5 here so far.
Yeah. Nice nose pull.
PK is in. Oh, this is still pin of
Number
3.
3. Yep, those Beach Blues took a while. And meanwhile, Deathline has just been flying through Pinna and now Rico.
Oh,
This little
PK.
bonk. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what happened in this game if PK did get Rico 3 hoverless. That's one thing we definitely missed, how bad Column 2 was.
Yeah, I mean, there is a little synergy between the 100 coin skulls, but one episode A-Shine really stinks.
And
Red
6 reds.
coins, also not great. But yeah, I guess Deathline made the right call to go to Rico 3 hoverless. And yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Even
good
if
call, but
PK
it
did
was
make a big mistake.
yeah, it was really won by PK's gameplay error, which I always hate to see as someone who is, I would say, lost a few matches based off gameplay error costing crucial goals.
Yeah. Because, I mean, Sunshine is a fun game, and we do like to value being good at the game, but also being bingo smart is also a skill that is valued, and it's sad to see when someone could potentially have outplayed another bingo-wise, but just didn't quite get there gameplay-wise.
Yeah. It's something that hits close to home. Deathline not screwing up the shine grab on Rico 6, something that's always a little scary, especially in bingo.
Yeah, Deathline might be getting to Yoshi before PK gets to his first Yoshi.
Deathline's gonna have to get a durian though.
And beat Shadow Mario,
Well,
which isn't exactly hard in Rico.
no, not at all.
PK gets a 1 cycle. Nice.
There we go, PK. PK popping off. I've never gotten a 1 cycle, so
Oh.
anyone who can get a 1 cycle, better gamer than me.
Oh. You're still a pretty good gamer. You're good
Eh.
at a few things in this game.
Only on days that don't end in Y.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, so PK has just been trailing this whole time with pin of progress. And he's about to get none of it, I think. Except
You
I
know,
guess he did get 7 linked blue pairs.
yeah, that's
Which
like kind of a pinnacle, kind of not.
you get it in pin of 1.
Yeah, you can get it in Pinna 1, but it's not really a, if you get to Pinna, you get it. It's more of a, you went to a lot of places, then went to Pinna.
Very true. Oh, PK's going
Oh,
to... Oh, he's going straight to ride Yoshi. I think. But
Deathline should
sadly,
still
he
be
will
good.
not get that. He's
Oh, he's
gonna
doing
see this
hundreds.
quick.
Oh, because PK doesn't have 12 level shines.
Oh.
Or 200s.
I guess that's true, yeah.
He might have 12 level shines at this point. That coin was not worth it. Deathline not having some good luck here.
Yeah, oh, there it is. There it is. After, like, how many was that? 5 or 6?
I wasn't even looking. I was watching PK to see what he was going to do, and I looked back, I was like, wait, he still has not gotten that. But really
Yep,
good butterfly
and
right there.
we are now at 11 to 6 gaming. What will the last 2 goals be?
Episode 8 shine. And it's probably 6 reds.
Yeah. It could be. Although, you could just go for 5 secrets. That would be a lot safer invasion-wise.
Well, you can't click 5 secrets of your deathline.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind. I thought... Yeah, never mind. I guess you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
You could
Invasion
just
do be
finish
like
out
that.
with Delfinos also.
Yeah, but there's red coins that are
Oh,
Delfino
red
shines.
coins and Delfino shines? You are a
The
smart
double
man,
play.
Mojungo. And so is Deathline. Yeah,
What's
PK's just looking around. Yeah, he's sad.
PK? No, no.
Butterflies for yellow coins.
It's not the yellow butterflies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, how many red coins does Deathline have? He has...
This is his 5th, according to Statman in chat.
Yeah, he's got Pachinko, he's got Pinna 3, he's got Rico 4, R, Rico 6, and... What else?
You know, you gotta win against PK with Grass Pipe. It's only fair.
I guess that's true. There's a Fire Pianta. Mental damage.
Yeah, this is the ultimate mental damage move. Yeah, this is like, this is like PK's signature move right here.
Signature move. I'm surprised PK isn't also doing Grass Pipe right now and getting all these Fire Piantas.
For real though, that's usually what he does at the end of games when he's out of it.
Yeah, he had to mix it up and get the yellow butterflies this time.
Are you sure we don't have the gameplay swapped right now?
Well, I mean, they would also have to change their names in Bingo Sync and colors. But, it is possible. It would be chaotic. And
That would. All right. The spine the spine has been shined. No, the shine has been spawned.
I think this is only 5.
I think this is 6. Is it not? right?
Uh,
Uh,
well, I just went through all these
Wait, Pinna
because
3,
Pinna
Rico
3,
4,
Rico
Rico
4,
6,
Rico
Pinna
6.
3. Oh, I just said Pinna
You
3.
said Pinna 3.
Uh,
Pachinko and grass pipe, and that's fine.
oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is 6. All right, then I take that back. Deathline not saving Grass Pipe for last is a coward move.
Yeah,
Gotta
but
let that be the finishing blow.
I guess. Oh, this will be sad if Deathline doesn't get this for like. Oh, he gets it right away. That's good.
Oh, there we go, PK. Oh man, never mind.
Yeah, PK is not schmoving today.
He's having some nom flashbacks to Rico 3 hoverless after that little dive into the water.
Probably.
Pretty good lily pad here by Deathline.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks like Deathline will be going into Division 2 finals.
That's exciting for the Bingo League rookie.
Yeah, I guess he is a rookie, but
No, just a Bingo League rookie, not a Bingo rookie. You know, I
yeah,
like
he's
to
been
think there's
around
different.
for a little
He,
bit.
he has, he has. GG's,
Welcome, PK.
PK.
Drop a spin put and lose the game for it.
Yeah.
That was so dumb. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was the
sad
summary
to
of that
see.
game. Because I felt I had the better row by like a significant margin. It was just like as soon as I lose Rico 3 hoverless, I just lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Welcome,
Oh.
Deathline. For context, you probably should have lost Rico 3 hoverless, but
Damn right I should have. I don't.
PK dropped a spin input and then you won the race.
Yep.
I knew damn well what I was doing was extremely risky, but if I won it, PK was just absolutely screwed for the rest of the match.
Oh yeah, no, I lost after that, and I lost. I dropped a spin put, and that was it. If I get that linked 45 totals, and I probably just win the game.
You probably just win, which I'm
Yeah.
fine with, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So now I'm sad.
Yeah, now you have to play. Get screwed, Deathline. I told you I throw harder.
I mean,
Although I didn't throw, my controller threw. That was
to be
pain.
fair, I
close.
was once you click 18 lives, I was completely prepared to lose this match because I completely forgot that was a possible starting option. I just like completely wrote it off. I was like, all right, Rico 3
Oh,
hour, so 15
gotcha.
from Bianco.
I was giving you like I decided to give you respect, and like I was like, okay, I'll just set up for row 5 because I thought it was just like row 1 was like better than column 5.
Yeah, we did too.
So I'm like, I'll give you the respect. You're probably just gonna do 15 Bianco after this, so I'll set up for M's. And then you click 23 Rico Blues, and I'm like, fuck.
I was like in this conundrum, like when you clicked 18 lives, I was like, oh, now what do I do? I was
Yep.
like,
Was that a
I
race?
looked at
Then?
row 1, I'm like, well, that's nice and all, but then I don't win M graffitis and all this stuff I really wanted because I wanted row 5 and I don't get row 5 anymore. So then I looked at column 5, I'm like, wow, column 5 kind of sucks, but so does column 2. So
Column 2 sucked, except like it was also kind of fine because it just means I have to do a little bit earlier hundreds. And I was like, that's okay. I don't mind that.
But
So-
then you lost Rico 3
Yeah.
hoverless.
Then I lost Rico 3 hoverless and I just lose the game.
Did you ever consider trying to secure a Rose game with 15 M graffitis and just rushing that?
So like I was sitting there in as soon as he clicked it, I'm like, oh, that's why I wanted to do 15 M's first. And I was like, whatever, who cares? Like, because I was fully expecting a Rose game, and then he clicked columns because I thought columns were so lopsided. So I was like, okay. And I was like, it's fine. I still win Rico 3 hoverless. I should get links. I should get basically everything else that I want. Because I get totals. I get earlier access towards the bosses. I probably can get Yoshi.
It's tough though. It is tough.
It is. It was very sad. Actually, you probably get something. It'd probably be bosses if I take
I
Atlas.
didn't
Well,
win
Atlas,
Rico 3
Atlas.
hoverless. I probably still would have done the same thing, but I probably would have eased up off the blues and did Manta into Penna, I think.
Yeah, and that would have been fine because like I still probably get 4 bosses because
Yeah.
you don't have a way of getting in. But 4 uniques feels kind of like I can sacrifice it. Plus, if like I can just take blues from you, I wasn't horribly far off.
Yeah, that's why I pressured it so hard in Penna. I mean, I
Yeah.
needed to anyways for the
Yeah, you needed it for
but
the click, and I was like, yeah, you have to. I know what you're doing right now. I just don't think I can help it, and I couldn't because I needed Manta and links, and it was a lot of garbage that I needed, and I was just
which
like,
is
I'll try it.
yeah.
So
I
I got a
consider I
question for you,
considered
PK.
the
What's up?
so
So you did like an early 100 in a Secret and Bianco 3 and like early Manta. Do you consider holding off on that and trying to maybe do like, I don't know, an idea of like maybe doing 100 in a Secret and Pinna 2 with the Beach Blues? So you're kind of working towards 2 goals at once there. And I don't know.
Um,
There was a lot of, you had to get through a lot. So I was just thinking of different ways you could play yourself into it.
I couldn't. I had to do the 100 in a secret. That one I felt forced to do because if he does that earlier than me, I just also lose the game.
Yeah, because he gets all the
Mhm.
column 3 stuff.
Yeah, because then and also he can just contest bosses anyways. Then, so I was like, I need bosses. I need 100 in a secret, and I need to play risky now because like I'm suffering because I lost Rico 3 hoverless.
Yeah.
But so I was like I definitely think maybe I could have dodged something, but I didn't know what I could afford to dodge. Maybe I hold off on Manta until after, but then you just do Manta because why not? Well, actually, you have to do like episode 8 after that. Yeah, I probably should have held off on Manta until after. Probably I don't know.
I don't know. The way I see it, I think getting to Pinna was just way more important for you than I think you valued it this match.
I mean, I needed a lot.
Yeah, you did need a lot.
And I was like, yeah, I definitely need Pinna, and I'm like, I need to somehow win 12 level shines with what garbage I'm doing. And I was like, I don't know how the hell I do that.
I I had a moment where like I clicked 5 linked pairs and then like I knew I was gonna be able to click anything for like 15 minutes because I needed to do like 8 shines. I'm like, do I lose 12 level shines? And I was like, wait a minute. PK has to do like a million hundreds and bosses in blues? There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I didn't have the pin 100, I might have been able to actually get that, but because
Because
I could
we were
I could have
we
done
were
pin
talking
5 and
about in comms like, oh, is this ride to Yoshi's a race? And then we're like, well, PK's got to do like this and this and this to get ride to
yep.
Yoshi.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I need something because if I get 12 levels and 15 M's, I'm not in a horrible spot. I'm in a bad spot, but I'm not in a horrible spot.
Yeah. So
Because
I
then I
mean
can
I'm
contest. Because I can contest stuff like Delfino's. I can contest 5 secrets. I can contest Pin a Shadow Mario.
I
It's
almost threw PK because I was like I finished Pinna 1. I'm like, do I do Rico 5 through 8 now to try and steal 8 episode 8 into 4 bosses? I'm like,
that was that was
no,
that
that's
was my hope.
stupid.
I was just
That's
hoping. I was
stupid.
like,
I'll
please
just sit
do
in
that.
Pinna because I need it anyways.
Yeah, I was like, please do this. My other win com was like you like earlier go to Pianta and just sit there forever, and I'm like, oh thank God, please. Because
I
you have
never
three
planned on doing
base clicks
Pianta.
in Pianta. I was like, please.
I Once I decided to do column 5, I was like, I'm never doing Pianta unless I have to. I'm gonna just go hard on blues with Delfino at the end if I need to, which is kind of what I did. So
Yeah,
Yeah, PK technically has the Pianta lead right now.
I do have the Pianta lead. I did Pianta 1, which was odd, but like when you consider the fact I thought I was doing Rose, it's not that odd. I
yeah,
also got a
I
disaster of a Pianta 1. Oh my
how
god, I
many
could not play the game today.
blues do I have? I have 67. So I think I did consider doing Pianta 1 with a couple of blues and then like trading in if I lost 6 reds or something like that. But I can also just pick up like a bird, Fire Pianta, and like a Jelly Skip coin here in Delfino, which would just be better in general for 13 shines from Delfino. So
Yeah, speaking of Fire Pianta's Deathline, you went for the ultimate mental damage of using Grass Pipe, Redbird, one of PK's favorite shines, as part of your win con.
That's why I'm hanging out here.
I mean, once I got Ep 8, I was like, all right, now I just get to do 3 Delfino reds in a row. This is fun. I'm having fun.
Honestly, I like the Delfino Reds, so I would consider that fun if I was in that position.
It's fine as long as you don't mess anything up, which I didn't this time. So
Yeah, you know, you had a pretty good everything. Like Lily Pad clip was clean, the shine was clean. I didn't really pay attention on Pachinko, if I'm being honest, but yeah, Grass Pipe was good too.
yeah, I don't think I would have changed my route after 18 lives got clicked. Like,
I assume that was a
I don't-
race then, right?
Oh, no.
No, you just...
I didn't even consider 18 lives. I completely forgot you can start that. Like, I just wrote that out of my mind. So I'm like,
yeah,
all right,
I saw it and I'm like, oh,
PK
that's the best start, because both column 1 and row 5 are just better.
I just assumed we were gonna race Rico 3 hoverless, and then I'm like finishing Rico 1 and you click 18 lives. I'm like, yeah, that is part of row 5, huh?
Yep.
I was like, well, now what do I do? I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna sit in Rico, and then once I get to Rico 3, I'm gonna do blues.
I
I would
actually
probably-
think that's like a unintentionally, or not unintentional, but like underutilized, underdiscussed, like good strat in just how good general setup is in Invasion. I guess it was a little bit unintentional here by Deathline to do that,
It
but
worked out, luckily.
but it works out a lot more than I think a lot of people realize, as opposed to just rushing goals, where you set up for a few things, and instead of rushing something and not having it as optimal of a route, you're ahead to a few more things after setting up for stuff, and it actually pays off in the long run over the course of a match.
Should have been my goal.
Yeah.
So then his setup is useless. Oh, I'm so sad.
Yeah, if I was smart and I lost, say I lose that Bianca or Rico 3 hoverless race, and I was smart, I probably would have done Rico 400s right then and there. But I would not be smart, and I probably would have just bailed and started working on like bosses in Depina.
Yeah, or even if you just don't go for it because you thought you were behind.
Loses me the game. So.
Uh,
Oh, I also was just like, maybe PK will know I instant click 15 Bianca, and he'll time it off me finishing the shine into Rico 3 hoverless, and maybe he'll like try and bait me into doing it a little bit longer, but that plan did not
no,
work
I
out
was
anyways,
insta clicking that if I got to it.
which is what I figured.
Yeah, because I wanted links, and links was very important to me. And you clicked 15 Bianca, I was like, oh, thank you, I get links. And then I lost Rico 3 hoverless and was sad. So
And then you're like, damn it, now I don't get like.
yeah, I was like, no, my linked pairs.
You still got 7.
I did get 7, which was significantly worse, but I also should have gotten that.
Oh, I saw 7 links and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I have 6 right now. I'm never gonna do that. PK can have it.
Yeah, I was like, I was so set up because I'm like, I get both 5 and 7 here if he clicks 15 Bianca Blues, which you probably should.
I thought once I clicked 23 Rico, I was like, I have to rush M Graffitis into Bianca. There's no other like reasonable option to start. Like, I
Yeah,
cannot afford to do links at this point.
if I get Rico 3 hoverless, I probably do the Pinna 2 hoverless or hundreds play instead of the Bianca one.
Yeah,
Just
that would
because then I'm allowed to slow down a bit. And if you like commit to the 100 in a secret, I'm like, okay. Actually, it kind of sucks. I might still do it. Because then you're ahead to 200s. Then I win levels.
Yeah.
But then I
How
also have to get one of the
blues
other
did you
two.
have when I
How many
clicked 45?
blues? Like 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had a lot, but I couldn't really rush 15 Bianco blues and 23 Rico blues.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need to rush this. It's just my goal. Nope.
No.
Thank you, controller gods.
Well, PK's happy. Says he doesn't have to play anymore.
I don't have to play anymore. I'm retired.
Woo! I get to play at a minimum 2 more matches next week
Sucker.
at some point. PM. Damn it, PK.
Yeah. Well, I think the audience is
No.
happy for more bingo at least.
I mean, I enjoy playing, and I
The
know
audience
PK
is
enjoys
cowards.
playing. We're just
Yeah, as a member of the audience, I am a coward, so you are correct.
I see
tired.
Ramato in there. Ramato's definitely a coward.
Uh, yeah. Dex, do you have anything else to ask them?
Nope, not really.
All right. I don't know if Pico wants to talk or not.
Yeah, Pika said they had a video they would like to show us. So stay tuned. We have Bread Ghost versus Game Stabled later.
Game stabled. Yeah.
But for now, enjoy this video.
On November 26th, the next part of the saga begins. For 3 days and nights, we take the high ground. For 3 days and nights, we ask you, are you not entertained?
Alright, say it with me now. We have successfully hit $2,000 raised for Fred Hunt.
You are funding the next big idea.
For 3 days and nights, we are Bingo from Winter 2021. On November